The 75th anniversary of the arrival of HMT Empire Windrush to the United Kingdom marks a moment to celebrate the impact of the Windrush Generation. However, the story has a dark chapter that exposed a deep-rooted issue in British immigration policy that has affected the lives of thousands of people.
The Windrush scandal really is a stain on this country.
So, what is the Windrush scandal?
And I want to apologise to you today.
It all began in 1948 when the Empire Windrush, a ship carrying hundreds of Caribbean migrants, docked in Tilbury, England. These individuals were seeking new opportunities in the UK and answering the call for workers to help rebuild the country after World War II. They became known as the Windrush Generation.
Where do you come from?
Jamaica.
Have you brought your children with you?
Yes.
How many?
5 children.
The Windrush Generation played a crucial role in shaping modern Britain. They contributed to various sectors including healthcare, transportation and public services. They became an integral part of British society, making countless contributions that helped rebuild the nation.
Well, I'm obviously a grandchild of that generation because my grandparents came to this country as part of the Windrush Generation. And, you know, for me, it really represents them coming here and building a new life here, but obviously helping to rebuild this country, like in places like the National Health Service.
But fast forward to 2012, when the British government introduced the Hostile Environment Policy designed to crack down on illegal immigration. This policy required employers, landlords and healthcare providers to check the immigration status of individuals before providing services.
Uncontrolled mass immigration undermines social cohesion. And in some places, it overburdens our infrastructure and public services.
However, what the government believed to be a reasonable measure had unintended consequences.
I'm British. Why are you telling me I'm not British? How is it you allowed me to work here? How is it I've got children here? My eldest is 40. You know, I've got grandchildren here, so I had to be here.
Many members of the Windrush Generation who had been living in the UK for decades suddenly found themselves facing deportation or denied access to essential services. This was due to a lack of proper documentation, as the Home Office had destroyed the landing cards of the Windrush migrants and their children arrived on their passports. The scandal sparked public outrage and demands for justice. The British government faced severe criticism for its treatment of the Windrush Generation. And as pressure mounted, a public apology was issued, and a compensation scheme was established to address the injustices suffered by those affected.
I take this issue very seriously. The Home Secretary apologised to the House of Commons yesterday for any anxiety caused, and I want to apologise to you today because we are genuinely sorry for any anxiety that has been caused.
Windrush, here to stay. Let's deport Theresa May.
Activists and community groups played a crucial role in highlighting the injustices of the Windrush scandal.
We also need to ensure that they implement the Home Office review into the Windrush scandal!
Their relentless efforts pushed the government to take action and rectify the situation. While steps have been taken to right the wrongs of the Windrush scandal, the fight for justice continues. The latest figures show that just 26% of the 6,348 applications for compensation have been successful, resulting in payments of over £62 million.
I think the Windrush scandal really is a stain on this country, and they should be holding their heads in shame really as to how they've treated people that were invited to this country to help rebuild this country, but then were treated so badly through their hostile environment policies. Essentially, people lost their homes, lost their jobs, lost their incomes, many even lost their lives. And that's why it's so important that, for justice to really be served for that generation, a proper compensation scheme is introduced that is independent of the government and the Home Office, so people can actually get the right redress that they so deserve.